man in the golden suit. I came all the way from Istanbul to Peru just to test this bike, this KTM 1290, the last incarnation of 2017, which is a tremendously odd-looking bike, but anyway, it's still a KTM. It's purely off-road bike. They told us. So we tried it today on the deserts and dunes of Peru, of Paracas, in which I tried to survive, and I tried to hang on to the bars of this bike, and well, you know, this was much more like trying to hang to the life. Now, the first thing is design. It is quite strange looking bike. Well, it's been designed by Kiska, that is normal, and they put this LED headlights, and because the LEDs are heating too much, they invented this metal bar in the middle. This is a heatsink actually, because if they wanted to put a heatsink on the back of the headlights, then the bike would be growing like that. Instead of this, they invented this die-cast aluminum heatsink for these headlights, and it works perfectly. Plus, it does have the turning lights. It has this matrix of LEDs, which is working great.
Sonra gittiğimiz yere bak. Oh. Çöl dediğin şey de böyle işte hani hoppa böyle hani ara ara kum oluyor, ara ara taş oluyor. O hep patikalarda gitmemiz lazım. Çünkü düz kuma direkt çıkarsak cobulup diye yutar bizi. Orada sürmesi biraz şeyli, maceralı. Hele 230 kiloluk bir motorla çok tavsiye edilmez yani. Uzaydayım abi ben. Başka bir gezegendeyim sanki. Ama durdu. Rehber kayboldu. Çirkin macera filmlerinde olur ya. Rehber gider ve geri gelmez. Bu taraftanmış. Oh, yoruldum be. Etrafımızda hiçbir şey yok oğlum. Hiçbir şey yok lan. Baba tepemizde işte bu vahşi kuşlar geziyor. Hani bir bok olsa bizi yiyecekler burada belli. Burada Hasan abileri arayalım da onlar gelsin kurtarsın, yok öyle bir şey. Sen ben bizim olay yani tam. Abi bak tepemizde herif, görüyor musun? Kalk! Ya tabii kalk. Gel. Eşşoğlu. Ya evet, Türk insanının bokuyla kavga etme halini de Peru çöllerine bile taşıyorum. Haklısınız. Mamafi bizde de aile geleneğidir. Memleket geleneğidir. Sağa bakıyorum kimse yok. Sola bakıyorum kimse yok. Önümde bir tane rehber böyle gidiyor. Bir de bu arada böyle piramitler falan var. Tepeler, büyükler, bir şeyler.
Quite steep downhill. I think it's better we go the other way around.
No, it's too steep.
Yeah,
Is it sand?
no, it's not sand, but first you go down a little bit like that, and then you have to go like that, you know, in the hill.
I'll give it a try.
You think?
Yes.
Okay, if you want. I will show you the mind, okay?
Biraz yampiri gideceğiz dağlarda dedi. Hadi bakalım. Allah çok yüksek.
You have to go down here and then this, you know?
I follow you.
Yeah, okay. But be careful, go very slow.
Evet abi. Anam, 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 anam. Okey. Sonra ne yapıyoruz başkan? La la. Bu dağdan indim.
The second important feature of this bike is the TFT instrument panel. Actually, it's not an instrument panel anymore. It's a computer by itself. It's a 6.5 inches of TFT LED screen. It is fully colored. It does have Gorilla Glass. It does have everything imaginable on this bike. Moving on from there, they put this very small windshield. And I can imagine the touring guys asking themselves this question, why the f did KTM put something like that? Well, the thing is, this morning we found out that Chris Birch told us, if we want to use this bike properly on off-road, then we'll have to move front and back. And when we move too much to the front, if the windscreen is too long or too high, then it will be hitting our chin of the helmet. So in order to avoid that, they put this small one. Plus, it can be adjustable. They also added this small socket for 12 volts. And also the buttons are nearly the same as the old one, 1190. But they added this small cruise control button. And also on the right hand side, they added this tiny button which locks or opens, or how to say, switches on all the electric functions of this bike. Because this bike features the keyless go function to its maximum potential.
Oo, oo. Atlamalı, hoplamalı. Zıplamalı, hoplamalı. Ekran bu arada muhteşemmiş. Evet abi.
Now moving on to the chassis part. Well, the thing is, the old bike used to have this tendency, the old 1290, which was, how to say, a big-assed, big, fat of a bike. I really hated that thing. I mean, this is a revelation compared to that. And plus, added to that huge weight and mass, that bike was handling like a, how to say, a bag of sausages. It was like a bag of nails. We hated that bike. Then we found out that using those conical head bearings on that bike was the main problem, because on the services they used to squeeze it too much, and then the bike started to handle in some strange ways. That's why they changed the head bearings here to the old. They switched the old version to the standard version. Now it's much tougher and much stronger and much neutral and positive. dampers. Now, on the rear, they use this twin cup damper made by WP. It's not White Power anymore, by the way. This is the WP new suspension invented or designed just for this bike. They put the swing arm linkage directly to this rear damper, and plus it has these twin cups. So it does give the progressive feel of a normal, how to say, conventional linkage without having the linkage itself. So it is handling. I was expecting a much worse handling with this setup, but it does handle brilliantly on off-road and also on on-road. Although I'm not a very professional off-road rider, I tried to do my best in order to stay alive.
80'le gidiyorum. Şu yolun bozukluğuna bak. Amortisörler yalnız muhteşem çalışıyor abi. Hani öyle böyle çalışmıyor yani. Bu kadar kötü bir yolda böyle bir yol tutuş ve böyle bir konfor çok acayipmiş lan.
Anyway, the engine. They enlightened the pistons by 47 grams each. So in moving masses, that means a lot. Plus, this bike is still producing 160 bhp at the back wheel if we want. But on off-road mode, the bhp, the power output is decreased considerably. Plus, all the electronics package is working in an unbelievable fashion.
Motor yanlıyor fakat kendini kaybetmiyor. Çok güzel yapmışlar. Offroad modu bu aletin müthiş. Müthiş. Yani benim kadar bilmeyen adam bile benim kadar bilmeyen adam bile böyle bu süratlerde ayı gibi gazlayarak gidebiliyor.
On this bike, on the off-road mode, the bike lets the rear wheel spin 100% more than the front wheel, which translates to this. We're on a, how to say, sandy, duney, or how to say, on a land or on the grass. When we want to turn the bike, we open the throttle and the back starts to slide off. But at 100%, it cuts in. So it cannot go all the way and cause a high side, which is an unbelievably, tremendously easy and nice feeling. So we can drift the bike at our own will without being, how to say, a biking guru. Unbelievable stuff. On off-road mode, the ABS modes is changing. On the back we don't have ABS. On the front we do have, with those radially mounted Brembos. Although brakes are flawless, they've been working flawlessly on this bike. With 210 kilograms dry, with that much suspension settings, with that much engine power, with that much electronic aids, this bike, considering that 16 years of Dakar Championship of KTM, considering that innumerable number of MX and Supercross championships, considering how much they raced with these bikes on off-road and also on-road, now KTM tells to the whole world, we are not building fake enduro bikes. You can take this thing and go to Antarctica, or you can go to Alaska, you can go to America, you can go to Europe, wherever you want. This is the Globetrotter, or real travel enduro in its purest form. It did amaze me, and we did see that with this bike. KTM told to the competition, well, ladies, we're dropping our pants. It's now your turn.